What's up everybody, it's JB Tech Fanatic and I'm back again with another video. As always, I want to start this video by thanking each and every one of you for being here today. I'm absolutely honored that you've joined me to watch my video. I would be honored if you'd consider subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when the latest content is available. Today I got something exciting and very special for you. We have the all-new Samsung Flex Duo washer and dryer. What I like to refer to as happy wife, happy life. So, before we get into this, I want to take a second to bring up something that happened in the past, but I want to bring it up so you could realize that things have changed. In 2016, you might have heard a lot of rumors, or maybe you were one of the people that were affected by one of the recalls on a Samsung washing machine. Now, as a consumer, you could take this two ways. You could let it scare you, or you could think of it as a great time to buy Samsung. Why would I say that? Well, because Samsung has to put it all out there. At the time they had the recall, all they could do was remedy the situation the best they could. But now they've had a couple years to capitalize and bring us one of the finest washers and dryers on the market. Now, as a consumer, that should make you very excited. Price-wise, these cost about $2,000 before tax. Now, with tax, it's a little bit more than that, and that's each, by the way. Or if you find it on sale, maybe it will fall about $2,000 each. That is not an inexpensive washer and dryer at all. Now, just to be clear, these are the 9900 model. I believe that there is the 9600, but these are the 99, so they're a little bit step up. Now, you're going to get bigger size as far as capacity goes, and we're going to talk about all that. But for that dollar amount, you should expect and demand the best. So, you should want high quality, latest features, eco-friendly, something that, does your laundry fast and efficiently and also does a great job. Well, I'm here to tell you that I think I found your solution. That's why we're in the laundry room, not the coolest place in the house, but I wanted to be here with the actual product, and what we will do is we will talk about the latest and greatest functions that these can do. We'll get a closer look at the buttons. We'll take a look at the inside. I'll also show you exactly how the tubing should be hooked up on the back. I am so happy that you're here today. I'm excited to continue on building the perfect smart home. There's lots of new content coming out, and there will be some follow-ups to these items in specific. Now, we kicked it all off with the Q9 QLED TV, and you can pick that from the cards if you have not seen those videos. In addition to that, moving into the kitchen, I did do the 4-door Flex, the smart fridge by Samsung, and that has been a great product. Guys, I've had it now for a few months. It's not just beautiful and has all the tech spec items that you could dream of, but it is a great refrigerator. I'm so happy you're here today. Let's get started. Okay, let's get into the specs. Starting with the dryer. Again, guys, this is the DV9900, the 7.5 flex drive. Now, there is a few main benefits that I'm going to talk about physically, and then, of course, I'll show you the full list of specs, including the size and all that good stuff. But first and foremost is what is called FlexDry. What is FlexDry? It's the two dryers in one. So basically, in the top, you could do things like steam your clothes or dry, it's more of like an outdoor dry system if you, have something that's very delicate. Or you could just do them at the same time, but it's just basically giving you more options for drying, and this has a ton of them. Now, the delicate dryer on the top is very useful, especially, if you're a woman and you have just, a really nice dress or whatever it might be, or if you're a man and, stuff for maybe your suit, or you just have a really nice collared shirt, or anything in that matter, this is going to give you the ability to be able to use that top dryer and take full use of the benefits. It's, of course, Energy Star certified, and it does use multi-steam technology. Now, in this case, it says powerful and flexible steam options. You can reduce and remove wrinkles, odors, bacteria, and static without having to fill a reservoir. There is a simple tube, or hose in this case, that connects right into the bottom of the dryer. So it is actually giving you full steam, and it's powerful. Great, great stuff. In addition to that, we've talked about it, but fingerprint resistant, so it's going to stay looking great. I really like this feature. How many times on your old dryer did it just stop working properly and you're wondering why? Well, if a sock got caught in the vent, or it just got too clogged, this actually looks for blockages and so it detects blockages from your duct and your vent. So it actually will tell you both, which is great, not just that you have to clean the lint out of the front filter. The next is Wi-Fi capability, which of course brings the ability with Samsung SmartThings and gives you the full availability of stopping, starting your washer, your dryer, keeping it running till you get home so things don't get, just stale by sitting there. But lots of functions. We'll take a look at those. The next is the EcoDry. Now, EcoDry uses 25% less energy for every load. Now, the washer and dryer both get great E-Star ratings, and when we take the stickers off, we'll kind of look at that. But in addition to that, it has sensors in the dryer that make sure every piece of your clothes is dry. So what happens is that it senses to see if there's some wet spots. And when it does, it will increase the time or decrease the time as needed. So a load might say it's going to take 45 minutes, but it might only take 20 minutes because it will sense that it's dry. And once it's dry, it's done. It's not necessarily only about the time. All right, now going into the washer, again, same 9900. Now you have the 7.5 cubic foot dryer drum. Now this is actually a 6 cubic foot. But to be clear, this is 5 in the big drum, and then you get 1 in the top. Now, that at first I was kind of confused. I was kind of thinking it was going to be a 7 cubic foot also, but no, it's 5 in 1. Now, this has some really unique features when it comes to washing. Now, the first one is super speed. Now, they have some of the fastest drums on the market, and I believe it is 1300 RPMs. So they're super speed, power through the day, 50% faster. Now, they are basing this 50% faster off of their previous generations, but you could do a full load in as little as 30 minutes. So like we were talking about, efficiency. Now, the overall operating cost of this is very low because of its efficiency. Now, steam wash. This uses the power of steam, which can, release bacteria, odor, stains. Now, one thing that I've noticed that this washing machine does that my previous didn't, and I had a pretty nice set that was, only, 2 years old or so, but it gets very, very hot. So, more than just pulling hot water from your water heater, this thing could cook. So, this does two things. One, it helps with the steaming function, and it helps get out the bacteria and all that good stuff. But the next, which I think is a huge benefit, is that front-loading washing machines have problems building bacteria. They get dirty, they get smelly. And you have to go to the store and buy these tablets that clean them. Now, these tablets are not cheap. They're anywhere from like $10 to $16 to do these washes that you're supposed to do, roughly every 30 days. This has a self-cleaning mode. Now, during the self-cleaning mode, you do not want to have any clothes in there because it is so powerful and hot, but it will thoroughly clean everything, top and bottom, with putting zero, I said it right, 0 chemicals in there. That is amazing. So I find that really neat. The next thing is again, tech-wise, the latest and greatest specs in Wi-Fi, Samsung SmartThings. You can start, stop, do everything you can do on this washer all on your wireless device, whether it be a tablet or phone. Within the last few years, any brand should work, but of course you're going to get many more options with Samsung themselves. You get the same fingerprint kind of black stainless steel as we talked about. And then the next thing is power foam. So what the power foam does is it optimizes your HE detergent performance. And basically the power foam technology, it mixes with water and air, and it makes it penetrate deep into the fabric. And the best way I can explain this is, have you ever washed your towels and they smell fine, but then when you get out of the shower, you get them wet and they start to smell musty? And that's because that bacteria and the odor is deeply embedded into the fabric. This washer and dryer will actually eliminate that. We have tried it. We tried it with something that had dog urine on it, and it completely got rid of it. Towels that, that were just left out, musty smelling, purposely done, throw it in there, and it smelled like they were brand new once it came out of the dryer. I mean, it's very, very just, they did a really good job, guys. Now, the next thing is VRT Plus technology. And what that is vibration. Now, vibration causes noise in your washing and dryer. And since this thing is spinning at such high RPMs, it should be loud. Well, I'll show you. It's almost, you can't even hear it. It's amazing, guys. This thing's silent. So Samsung's technology, the VRT Plus, is a technology that works, and I'm very thankful that it's in this washer and dryer. Now, all that together makes for one heck of a pair. To get your wash and dry done, what we have experienced so far, or my wife has experienced, is it is literally half the time that my previous washer and dryer did. And like I said, I don't want to call any brands out. I don't like doing that. But it was a very expensive washer and dryer and a good brand. And so far, these things hands down are outperforming it. So the next step, guys, is ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, we will look at everything inside and out. We'll get a close-up on the board. I'll show you all the functions on the board. We'll look inside the drums. We'll open up the top washer and dryer, take a look at those. We'll look at those features. First, you get the manuals. You get these here. These are, to help align the drains from the back of your washing machine. In this case, they don't fit that well. You got to squeeze them in. You can also use zip ties. You want to make sure that your drains are securely put into your drain valve in your home. In addition to that, you can put these on the bottom of the feet to get even better vibration technology, or if you put your washer and dryer upstairs, these are actually recommended for that. The next thing is that you will find these on the back, and you have to take each of these out, but you don't want to throw these away. And basically what these do is they keep your drum in place if you have to transport it. If you transport it without these in, you can severely damage your machine. So 1, don't forget to remove all of them, and 2, don't forget to hold on to them if you ever need to move your appliances. The next thing is, and now these do not come with it, you're going to need basically a wrench to install it. These are the type hoses. Let me go ahead and show you a photo now of exactly how the connection is done. So as you can see, this is ran from hot and cold, and then it kind of gives this splitter here. And that's exactly how it should look. And then you just connect that to your hot and cold to your wall. And then one hose goes straight to the bottom of the dryer. Now back in here, just to take a closer look, this is the piece that basically helps split that all off for you. So you're most likely going to have to buy this unless they include it wherever you buy it. Just make sure that you have all the starter kit that you need. So basically you got this, you need your hoses, and then you're going to have to get yourself one of these dryer plugs. Now maybe the dryer plug from your old dryer will work. You'll have to take a look at that because, it's nice to not have to spend money on this stuff. But basically what you do get with it are these pieces here and the manuals, and the rest is as it seems on you. depending on where you buy it. Let's jump into the actual washer and dryer. Starting at the top of the washer, this is the installation guide. You can kind of see the hoses in the background. Pause it if you want to take a look at that. But going from the top, as you can see, we got the stickers on there. I left those on there so you guys can see this with me. Basically, they are estimating your yearly cost at $10. If you're using a natural water heater, $13 a year, you know, for just regular electricity, that is great. 105 kilowatts, and you know, we got all these lovely stickers here. And again, this is still all the plastic, but they got the nice Samsung logo. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open it up, take a look inside. All right, so when you open it up, okay, so you got the glass. Again, this is see-through, but we got the stickers there. This is the top washing machine. If you want to go ahead again and pause this, if you kind of want to see everything that these, you know, the locking and the loads it can do. Otherwise, this actually seals itself. So when child lock is on, you cannot do anything. Now this is the inside. It's actually very spacious. As you can see, there's a little water in there because we started it. But it actually has so much more room than I imagined it having. Now, to answer any questions about how you put soap in here, let me show you a couple things. So you got your softener there, and you got your bleach there. Now this is actually for this, but when it comes to, you know, those little smelly beads my wife likes to use, or just soap itself, you actually want to use what they call the Aqua Pebble. So this is your measuring tool, and what you do is you keep the space clear right here, and you pour your detergent or whatever it might be right in the middle. And then to store it, you know, this just kind of sits right in this spot. No big deal. And so you could hear it, it locks. So it's nice and safe. And then you would put that down and you're ready to go. All right, so now we are here on the actual board. Now, as you can see, as I said before, this is two separate units. So you have power and power. So there's two separate units, and here are the functions. We'll go through them together very quickly. Normal, heavy, dry, whites, and sanitize. As you can see, steam cycles. You got delicates, perm press, towels, bedding, quick wash, eco cold, active wear, rinse and spin. Then you have the start, stop, and power. Now here's where you can kind of make some adjustments. Now you got the temp all the way up to extra hot. Like I said, it gets really hot. You can add up to 5 spins. And then the speed of the spin, like I said, we are looking at 1300 RPM, which is crazy. So if you want to do that, you can. And then your soil level. And then of course you got your pre-soak, delay in, self-clean plus, sound, super speed, and smart control. Now, this is the button that you must understand. And when I say that, I mean it because, of course, it is to turn on and off the smart control. But when your smart control is on and the unit is powered on, it will lock. So you cannot open up the drum. And this is a child safety feature. So, you know, when we're looking about how to set that up, we'll show you exactly what I mean, but it locks everything. Next thing is that I really like is you can actually turn the drum light on when it's running. Now, that was a feature that my last machine did not have. I like it. You can actually see everything happening, so it's pretty cool. And the way to do any of these that you see these little icons on, including the child lock or, you know, temporarily releasing the child lock, is you would hold down these buttons and then it would happen. Now, of course, you would do that when it's running, and then the light would turn on. You hold it down for a few seconds and then the light will turn on. Now, so this is open. The reason I'm going to shut it, I'm going to reopen it, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to look inside. Now, as you can see, it's beautiful inside. It's spacious inside. So to kind of see, you got your holes And then when you spin it, you can kind of see you got them all in there. Now, everything actually drains and comes to the front here. So one thing that I don't think I like too much is that it does leave a little bit of water here. Now you could take care of that with a little towel, but I always recommend, you know, drying the door and everything off just to keep it a little cleaner, but that's kind of up to you. And that's it. That's the inside of the drum, except for I wanted to point out a couple things, and that is you got these jets here. Now you see this one here. Let's see if, I know the camera's not that great for it. There's one, and right there we got another one. So that basically gives you better cleaning power because it lets everything spray evenly and put a lot of power into it. And then the last thing here is that you got your filter here that you could pull out and deal with right there on the bottom, so it's not on the back. That makes that really nice. And then of course we'll take a quick look at the locking mechanism. And that is it for the washing machine. Now another thing I like to point out, and again these are stickers, is I like the way that they made them line up. You notice they got this facing. Now, this can be something that you have to get used to, but when you open the dryer, you open it from this way, when our old one was from the opposite side. So my wife, that took a little getting used to, but it makes it look nicer when you're looking directly at it. And that moves us into the dryer. Okay, so here's the dryer from the top. Pretty cool. You got this nice see-through glass. If you want to check out these instructions and you can actually read them, go ahead and pause that. And don't forget, again, we still have all the plastic on there. Now, you just pull open here, and this sits nice and open. And basically, this you could take out real quick. And this is basically something that you're going to use if you're drying. But I want you to see how cool this is. You have all these little vents that evenly distribute the heat, so you can actually, in a sense, iron your clothes right inside this top. Now, the piece that I just took out latches onto this, and then this will basically let your shirt float in the air and get a more even dry, you know, let the air completely circulate around it. So that's pretty neat. So I went ahead and I took it out of the wrapper, and basically there's two hooks back here on there, and you hook it on, and then you can actually lift this up or down, and then you get a little dryer sheet dispenser there. So that's very nice. And again, here we go back to the board. Same difference. You have two separate units, so you can turn them both on. The lights turn on. Let's see what we got. We have normal, heavy duty, towels, bedding, delicates, refresh, wrinkle away, steam, sanitize, perm press, active wear, time dry, air fluff. You get the power, pause, start. And then we go to the dry level, which you can go as high as very and all the way down to damp. The temperature, high, all the way down to extra low. And here you see these extra sensors that we're talking about as far as the dryer vent being clogged or not being locked, so on and so forth. And then of course the Wi-Fi signal there, the time, it has wrinkle prevention. Of course, this can use steam, so that helps a lot when it comes to that. Eco dry, time adjust, you could change the sound of the bell. Smart control, again, is the smart function, and as you can see, it tells you here, hold any button for 3 seconds that you see this on, so you can, you know, do a few things like turn on the drum light here and the child lock, etc. Now, what we didn't look at on the washer is the top, so what we'll do is we'll start with the dryer. So on the top, we got the shirt and blouse, undergarment, sweater, or accessories, and that is it. Except for you have, you know, your time plus, air dry, super speed, and smart control for the top. Now let's look at the washer. The washer's top load has normal, delicate, active wear, rinse and spin, And then of course there's your start and stop button there. And then you have your temp control, extra rinse, self-clean, and then the smart control feature. Again, these are two separate units. I know I keep saying that, but I say that because when I show you the smart feature, it actually breaks it into top and bottom wash. Let's take a quick look inside the dryer. As you can see, it's all stainless steel. You get lots of room. Pretty basic, but you could tell that it's high quality. You have, actually, what I like about this is it's a little bit bigger for your lint. So you got kind of a pocket in there and it can hold more. So that's pretty nice. But let's spin this around for you guys here. It's really nice. And then up in the corner, that's where all the steam magic happens to get those wrinkles out. So there looks like there's just one of those in there, but I'll tell you what, does a good job. So one is plenty. Now quickly, let's just go through the full specs one last time. So you get the 6-foot capacity total together. Smart control, smart foam, power foam, VRT plus for vibration, self-clean plus so you don't have to use any chemicals to clean. You get the drum light, you get swirl interior drum, Wi-Fi connectivity, and flex wash. The exact measurements, now these are very useful if you're deciding. The product depth is 34, the product height is 46.9, and the product width is 27. Fingerprint resistant, ice cool blue, and a full touch display. Now we went over all the wash features. Now to point out one more time, the extra soil, which basically, you get the extra heat, that is a big plus. And then of course, the technology to just get rid of all the bacteria is bar none. Let's talk about the dryer. Okay, so the dryer is 7.5 cubic feet, steam dry technology, smart care, sensor dry, vent sensor, drum material is stainless steel. It does have the reversible door, delicate dryer, Wi-Fi connectivity, and the FlexDryer, which again is the two together. Now, just to give you the product dimensions for the dryer, 32.5 is the depth, height is 46.9, and the width is 27. The display type is the digital LED with ice blue. It does have the sensor drying built in. Basically, guys, E-Star, everything that you want, all the latest and greatest features, both of these items have. But the few of the real unique drying cycles is steam refresh or steam dry, the wrinkle away with steam dry, the heavy duty sensor dry, the towel sensor dry, the permanent press sensor dry, bedding delicates time dry is, the delicates is the last that uses sensors, as well as on the top, the active wear. Now the air fluff is manual, the time dry of course is manual. And then the steam sanitized steam dry is manual and very useful for getting out odors, especially odors that continue to come back after they get wet. That's all the features of these two. Let's show you how to connect them to SmartThings. Okay, so now for the fun stuff. I will show you how to do this on the washer. It's exactly the same on the dryer. And couple things to take note of before we start. Make sure that you have your phone on the 2.4 gigahertz channel on your Wi-Fi network. These are not compatible with the 5 gigahertz. And also, don't forget that if it doesn't do it the first time, just retry again. Sometimes, the network might be very busy or whatever the case. Also, only do one appliance at a time. Don't do the washer and dryer at the same sitting. You could do them one after another. But you need the smart control function on. and you want to make sure that it's on here. Now, if you get this error, that's because the door is not closed. It will do nothing unless everything is sealed, because like I was saying before, it automatically puts the childlike lock on. But the smart control needs to be turned on. As you can see, the Wi-Fi turns on. Now I'm going to use some screenshots to also help with this, but if you have Samsung Smart Things, you're good. If not, go ahead and download it onto your phone. Once it's on your phone, you're all ready to start. So we got it on our phone. You're simply going to go to your devices. Now on the top, you can already see that I'm connected here, but you would hit Add Device. That simple. As soon as you hit Add Device, you're going to see your washer or dryer pop up as long as you're on the 2.4 gigahertz. But if you don't, go ahead and click here. And as you can see, we have all of Samsung stuff, but you would want to click the washer. Now, I'm going to show you screenshots from here on out. Now, on the washer, it's going to ask you, and let me just show you this real quick, to press the Smart Control button, and you will see AP. Now, as you can see, mine's already connected, so you don't. But if you hold down this Smart button, eventually, you're going to force this into AP. Now, once this happens, you are going to see it pop up. Then the dryer or the washer is going to connect itself to your phone. Once it's connected to your phone, then it's going to connect itself to your network, and then you're going to get your phone back. Once that's completed, there's going to be some sort of software update. No big deal. Let that finish. Now you will have your washer and dryer on your network. Pretty cool. Let me show you here. Sorry if this takes a second. Okay, I had to get it out of AP mode. Sorry. Okay, so now, as you can see, you see upper and bottom. Now, I don't have anything ready to go, but you would click here. Now, this is the smaller washer, so there's not as many features, but you would pick your temp. You could set up your favorite setting, whatever you want to do, and then hit start. Now, one great feature about these washer and dryer set is that instead of having to call a maintenance guy out, you could actually click up here in the top. Once you do that, self-check will pop up. You could press self-check, and it tells you basically you can now check it without anyone coming to your house. So you don't have to spend that money to find out if there's anything wrong, and then you would hit start now. Start now goes. It's checking everything out. And it will tell you if there's any issues, and if there is, then you would call out a technician. So we have no issues. Now let's look at the bottom drum. Okay, so now we see the lower washer. Now look at all the extra features you have because it's the main unit. Now you can pick your temp. You can set, the rinse, how many times you want it to be done. You can also make this if there's remaining laundry. It says if any laundry is left in the washing machine after washing is completed, the mobile app will notify you based on the selection below. This notification will continue for 12 hours. And it will end once you open the washing machine. The drum may rotate occasionally to prevent the laundry from becoming, basically stale, which we know can happen. And you can, set it to what time you want that to happen. You got your spin. Of course, you can go extra high or whatever you like. Hit OK. Soil level. Pick what you like. What else do we got here? We got remaining laundry. You could turn that on and off. We just talked about that. Once you get something that you really like, you could set it up as your favorite. And then, of course, this is the smart control. So now you could turn on now you can control full options from your mobile application. If you want to start the additional wash after the end of the cycle, please connect to stay connected. So basically, this is just giving you the ability to stay connected even after everything's completed. And again, some people don't like this because it's on your Wi-Fi network, so they want it to automatically click off. It's up to you what you decide to do here. But as you can see, the app is very easy to use. Once you have everything done, you just simply hit start and it gets going. That simple, guys. Again, if you don't have the app, just download the Samsung SmartThings app, open it up, and it's really that simple. It'll do everything for you. Just remember 2.4 gigahertz on your Wi-Fi network and you're ready to go. And then go ahead and do them individually, one at a time. And don't forget, in order for the smart functions to be able to be used, that light has to be on, and on the top, that light has to be on. Now, if you are to, little trick here, if you want to go ahead and keep it connected, but because remember, it's locked. Like I can't do anything right now. As you can see, it's locked, and that's because I can start at any time. And if I'm not at home and my kid's trying to dig in there, they don't want them getting their arm hurt or something. So if you just leave the Smart Connect on and then power your unit off, you technically are still able to see it on your app. That sums up the Flex Duo by Samsung. Life is so short. Don't forget to love your family, love your neighbor. The world is a sick and evil place, and the only thing that we can do about it is go out and change it ourselves. Go out and do something good for someone today. Make someone smile. Make someone's day by doing an act of kindness that will change their day. If I have missed anything, or you have any questions about anything tech or this washer and dryer, please reach out to me in the comment section. I do YouTube for you and you only, and I truly mean that. If I can help you, I will. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at JBTechFanatic. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comment section and see you in the next video. Until then, I'm JB Tech Fanatic, and I'll talk to you guys in the comments.